all of these. And you cannot even see that, can you? You can't. You can't. So let me see. Maybe it needs to focus. Yeah, there it is. And you can barely see it. That's a sigil. And on the back, as in the talisman making video, it's exactly like that. Exactly like that. You make the square, the planet square, and then you draw on it the beta god. And above the beta god is Hermes, and then my blood from this finger in this area, like it says in the paper. And then the glyph for Mercury in green, as it says in the paper, because Wednesday is green on white. And this is how that works. Let me explain this. So you won't think it's just random stuff. This is the first world, which is Earth, and it governs sublime communication and the alpha state. This one is the second world, air, which governs time travel and gamma. And I got a note with Mercury. Mercury and Wednesday really rule time more than they do communication or travel. I think that's wrong. Or to throw people off, or just something that got mixed up. And the third world, which is in black here, is neurolinguistic communication and theta. And finally, and you'll see all of this in the paper that's coming out, the first Satanic ritual, which is the grand ritual to Satan. There are 4 kinds of warlock. It's not called the Satanic warlock though, but there are, which are linguistic people that work with linguistics. There is auric, which are color, and there are magnetic, which are mainly very easily influenced by magnetism and the effects of planets and astrology. And they're the most powerful, but they're also the most powerfully pulled. And then there is visual, who work with like remote viewing and stuff like that. They're just really, they see very well. Okay, now back to the inner world. This is the 4th world, which is beta, which is what I am now and what you are listening to this, and it's magic. So that's how they work. And when determining which day you're going to use, it's pretty complicated. These should probably be divined. This is yellow. The square's in yellow, which means it is dealing with time travel, this particular talisman, or entities that do that, or magicians from like really long ago, like 8,000 years. Anyways, and then it's true. And then in black, this is in black, which means that this particular god from Olympia is this is water, theta, which is communication, and it makes sense a little bit to me. I got this from my favorite elf. Actually, he was translating. His name is Abo. I'm sorry, Mabo Abo. That's his name, from the Abo family. Abo. Okay, and this is what you do. And this, see, the Satanic amulet is different in that it's very detailed. And I think I'm gonna start. This is part 1. I gotta explain what they each are. One's a day, one's an hour, and one is a planet. And I'm out of time. I am very out of time. And that's it. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to try to do it this way. This is part 2. And then I'm going to try to like, oh man, I look like Poindexter. Anyways, part 2, I'll cut it in half. And then the Latin words are written. I try to make them dark here and then put yellow over, because it's really hard to see yellow. And this is Crire Gnadin Solio de Inferno et Adsur Rexit. And this is the standard Latin key for Wednesday. But the whole first part is different. I mean, the whole invocation to the god of Olympia. And the beta gods, you can actually see them if you have the particular ability to kind of see outlines. Like, actually Zeus is here, so if I say hello, Zeus, and I can feel his hand. And that's his finger. And I can, but not. So there's some people. Thank you. There's some people really gifted in seeing, and I'm curious to know what they would see. Okay, so this is what we do here, and you really need to, because I'm still looking at my own notes. So unless you have like a really super memory, then it's going to be very difficult. You first call the powers of the day, which in this case Wednesday's Karmara. So you write out the square of Karmara and repeat the name, and then I trace the square in this manner. Karmara, and then down. So kind of like horizontally, and then as if a word were written horizontally, and obviously horizontal horizon, and vertically, and then vertically. And if you haven't seen that video, they look kind of like the Abramelin squares. They're just letters. And then once Karmara rules Wednesday, and then we need the planet, which is ruled by Hermes, and that goes up here with my blood,